All right, I'll link it. Welcome to everybody in Zoom land. Tim, I'm gonna call on you real quick. If you could read our mission statement, start out with that. All right, thank you, Tim. Tim is one of our new agents. Everybody welcome Tim to the company.
Good morning.
All right, we have our belief system, and we like to call out on a few people, couple people, on anything that happened this week under our belief system headings. Who wants to go first?
Okay, I'm gonna go with win-win. So one of the great things about working with this company and the agents that we're with is that when we have a situation that comes up, and I'm in the middle of a transaction, so I'm not going to go into details, but we have a situation that comes up, instead of working against each other, we have a collaborative attitude to come together. And in this case, the offer did not work for this particular client, but a suggestion was made for a different one. And that, in its sense, creates a win-win.
Awesome. Excellent. How about somebody in Zoom land that never participates? I could call on you. Nancy's smiling.
I have a transaction where the buyer and seller wanted to delete the sellers for proper disclosure, and immediately my broker in charge said, no way, no how, that's against the law. So we took care of it, but I just wanted to thank her for reminding me that it was non-negotiable.
Hey, awesome. Okay, let's move on. Thank you for participating, buddy. Okay, as usual, these are the stats for February, and we are outpacing our board once again. As you can see, we are all green arrows. Good job, everybody. Month over month, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the otter bots that are coming up. We outpace, and quite a bit, as you can see in these categories to the right. So this is a good slide that you can put in your presentations. So use them. Happy work anniversary. Mike's been with us 5 years, Lindsay 5 years, Marion 7 years. Is that right? Wow. That seems less. It seems like it's been more. It seems like it. All right. And then Lauren's been with us for a year. All right. Congratulations, everybody. Yes. All right. As we know, KW Cares helps out people that are in need, and helped out the Maui gang. And helps out people all over the world, not only in natural disasters, but in life-changing events. As we know, there were some hiccups on the Maui funds getting out. But for the most part, we love KW Cares because they do help people that are in dire need. These are the people that contributed over 2023. And as you can see, I think it was only about 26 of our 200 plus agents that gave anything, gave a penny to KW Cares. It's very easy to do. All you have to do is within your DA, you can say, I'm going to give $5, $10, $200, whatever you feel is appropriate. But we want to encourage everybody because every little bit goes to the fund, right? We have 180-something thousand agents worldwide that do give to this fund. That's why they have so much money in it that is agent-driven, agent-funded, I should say. So our challenge to everyone when you have a closing is $24 per transaction in 24. And it's very simple. Like I said, you just let Christy know on your DA, and it goes right to KW Cares.
So
Yes, actually, you're right. Yeah, when you're setting up the DA, you can do it right in command. Thank you, Mary. These are our top agents for February 2024. Congratulations to that big gang, big, beautiful gang there. All right, we have a board of directors, our ALC, as they're known, that run different divisions of our company. I think they have a meeting next week. Okay. They have a meeting next week that everybody's invited to attend. You sit in the audience and listen to their wisdom. So come down if you have time for that. Okay, we have business planning foundations all this week, starting today. With myself and Benjamin, we're teaching the big why today at noon. So you can have a snack and then come to that meeting. Bring your lunch if you want. We'll have some insight on the big why. Marion's teaching economic model tomorrow. Teresa will be doing GPS, Mitch will be doing 411, and Nicole Kovac will be doing the growth model. And they are all in Kahului at that time.
We also can add something.
Sure.
If you've only got an hour, come. We're going to leave the last half hour for Q&A and discussion, but if you've only got an hour to give for lunch, come and join us.
Yes, please do. Yeah. It is only an hour and a half, basically. So it's a quick hit. It's a lunch thing. So bring your lunch and learn some stuff.
if you haven't had any closings in 6 months, you need to be there.
Yes. Please and thank you. All right. Thanks, Mom, for that stern warning. Okay, Quantum Leap's happening at the Fairway Shops in Lahaina on the 13th, which is this Wednesday from 12 to 1. You can click the QR code to register. It helps when you register so we know kind of how many handouts to make and things like that. If we're serving food sometimes, it also helps. Just you wait. Just you wait. Just you wait. It's coming. Don't get excited. Okay, moving on. Oh, I thought it was next. Okay. Kahana Fridays is in Kahului this week from 3 to 4. We do have guest speaker from Insurance Associates, Jamie Peacock. And are you working on that for this or next time?
For next.
Okay. For next month. Okay, so this month. We're all set. Please join us from 3 to 4. We have margaritas and food. And learn about the insurance because Marion and I were just at the Brokers Forum on Friday. And they were talking about the insurance and how big that's changing. Also, you'll want to be aware, which I'm kind of was going to bring it up in the broker's corner, but I'll bring it up now. Disclosure, disclosure, disclosure on that, right? If you guys know that these insurances are coming up soon, they're going to go up. They have to know that. Your clients, your buyers have to know that, right? Sellers have to disclose that. They might not know what it is, but they got to disclose it's going up because it could go from $100 to $10,000, right? And these are assessments. They got to come up with that money right away. They're not billing it out slowly, right? So, and there's no choice. They have no choice. They got to pay it, right? The association has to pay it. So these policies are being $168,000 to $1 million plus policy. Yes.
This is Steve Bond. Are you seeing huge insurance increases in just regular single family property as well?
Yeah, we're seeing mostly in condos right now, but who knows, right? The trend might be that way too.
Hey, aloha everyone. Can I tag on that? So I'm in a residential condos, detached single family dwelling, and ours went up 29% last year before the fires happened. So that was an instant, huge chunk between 24 owners. And we'll probably see further hikes according to our property management company.
That's right. One of the things Jamie's gonna talk about, because he's an insurance broker across the board, so he's not just giving you his spiel, he's giving you what's happening with us as a state and what's happening with us as an county. And similar to what happened when Iniki hit and the disaster zone impacted the entire state, Maui is being impacted that way as well. And he's saying that we're being categorized like Florida. And so major insurers are backing out. They won't be renewing policies, which they've been doing for quite a while. So it's going to hit the condo market the hardest. And there's different types of tiers. And then it's going to also be applying to your own homeowners insurance. They just can't afford, is what he said, to continue servicing us at the rate they are with the number of fires and climate disasters that are happening. So come to his talk. He is great.
Yes, please do come to that. You need to be informed on these things because it's getting to a critical stage, so much where the state legislature is talking about it. Back in the 90s, they had this thing called the Hurricane Relief Fund after Iniki happened. And it had this huge amount that they ended up spending over the years because they didn't have a hurricane. We know one's going to come at some point, knock on wood, and we're going to be in big trouble. So we need to start thinking about these things now, and we might need everyone's help when it comes to legislative action. So stay tuned for that. But be aware of disclosing insurance rate hikes, because guess where your commission will go if you didn't.
I'd also like to state, just one more thing is make sure you're proactive in asking about the insurance rate hikes, because don't count on them coming as notes from your association, because those are often not approved until well after they've happened.
Thank you. Yeah, Kathy was at the Brokers Forum also. We got an earful from these insurance guys. Like, watch out, this thing's coming, and we need to let our clients be aware, make our clients aware of this, right? Because that could be huge liability for us.
Well, also the clients, I mean, the sellers are not going to know everything if they don't attend the meetings, number one. And secondly, it won't be on paper until it's on paper, which is many times when you're in escrow or after you close, sometimes some of the new assessments. So that's why it's up to us. So thank you, Keani.
That's the proactive part. Exactly, Karen. And you have to ask, right? Like Kathy said, you got to ask. You guys know if there's the insurance is going to go up, right? That's all you got to do. They say yes, they say no, whatever. But you asked, right? Documentedly asked about that. Okay. Sorry for that downer. Okay, let's go to Canoe Club. Canoe Club's happening this Sunday at 9 o'clock. April, are you on the call? April.
Hi, I'm on the call.
Okay.
With my dogs.
What's happening on Sunday, April?
We are doing our KW Canoe Club, and it's the most fun thing ever. And I did it last year. Hey. And it's great. It's great to get out on the water. It's a team building exercise. You know, you're in a boat of 6 people. You've got a stroker. Keoni's going to steer. It's great for team building, camaraderie. I mean, as I think that Sasha mentioned it last week, I fell in love with it. I joined the club, Nakai Club, and we paddle everywhere. To Molokini, I've paddled on Oahu. It's a ton of fun. So this one's just for fun, the Challenge Cup, beginners. It's great. Come, you won't regret it. Sunday at 8, right?
9.
9. Sunday at 9.
Sunday at 9.
Perfect.
No,
that's more attainable.
That's right. Be there at 8, bro.
Well, I'm there. I'm there.
We know what time to be there. Okay, no experience necessary. You just got to be able to swim. Looks like there might be some surf this weekend, so we'll catch a few waves. It's really easy. We just go out kind of right in front of the holly and catch a few waves, come in, have a couple beers or the beverage of your choice, and tell all how great we did. But it's a lot of fun. Like April said, she joined the club and went the whole season and went to state race and went to a bunch of other long distance races after that. So sometimes you get the bug and you just want to keep going. So come down, like I said, no experience necessary. You can wear like a workout outfit and then bring a change of clothes. There are showers down there. They're cold showers and there's changing rooms and stuff like that. So you can change for the rest of your day. Anyway, we'll see you right down at the holly at Holo Park. Look for the purple holly. I'm not going to tell you what the other holly color is, or else you get confused. But look for the purple one, okay? If you get lost, just walk towards the ocean. Okay, Colette's coming in town, everybody. Woo! Oh man, I hope she wasn't. I hope she's not going to watch this recording. Okay. We're going to have a panel for next Monday. We're going to have a panel from Family Reunion. So during the huddle, are we starting the huddle early?
No, we're doing
okay.
it. It's going to be combined. It's
going to be combined. Okay, as part of the huddle, and we're going to have a bunch of people that went to Family Reunion, and they're going to talk about what they learned there. So be at the next huddle next week, Monday. But there's more. The blessing, Kayla. March 20th. So next week, Wednesday, not this week, but next week, Wednesday, 11:30 to 1:30 at the Fairway office. We are going to have some food. You might want to leave a little early. I heard the traffic is a little bit nuts out there since they put up the new light. So you might want to leave a little bit early to go to that. Anyway, everybody's invited to that. The office is looking really good with the team's help. Ray and Allie and Sasha and everybody doing their part to make that office look really nice. So we'll see you there. Jonathan, are you on? He just got up. Okay, Jonathan, when you get on all the way, Holly Cow.
I'll talk about it because I'm the sponsor for this.
All right.
So it's an awesome opportunity, right, to support the community and support those less fortunate. So if you're interested, come and join and let Jonathan know. I don't even know. I believe he needs volunteers. So and we have it's $150 to sponsor. I think we have sponsors for the next
few months.
Through May.
Yeah.
But if you're interested, oh wow, we're going through August. So okay. That's really cool. If you're interested in sponsoring after August, please let Jonathan know.
Thank you, Marion.
You're welcome.
Anything else to add, Jonathan? Do you have all the volunteers? I'll be there this month.
You know, we have room for a volunteer for this month if somebody's interested. And I'm also always taking names for the future months. Sometimes people just want their name on the list so I can reach out and check in each month if they're available. So yeah, just let me know if you want to be on that list.
All right. Well, I will sponsor October since my granddaughter's birthdays are both in October and one of my daughter's birthdays in October. So
woohoo! Thank you, Kiani.
And if anyone else would like to take a month, just tell Jonathan it's $150. That's it. So thank you for
and one other thing, if there are cooks in the company or people that have good recipes, that's another way that you can contribute. You can give us a recipe. It's just got to be something that would be easy enough for us to cook for 50 to 60 people. Right now, we are grateful to April Soretsky. She's given us this chicken bake recipe, which is very popular, but we're open to getting more.
Yes. I think we might have to start a show you chicken recipe or something. Change it up a little. Oh, Laura's gonna take September? Zora, okay, Zora Meyer will take September. All right, Zora.
Thank you, Zora.
So we just need the last couple months and we'll be all set.
Joyce just said she'll do December. Thank you, Joyce.
Joyce. Do we hear November? Do we hear November? Anyone in there? That about November? Sam will do November. Thank you, Sam Kramer. All right, we filled it up, gang. Good job, gang. We filled it up. Appreciate all the generosity. It's awesome. You know, we do a lot as our company doing this. RAM is kind of in charge of doing all this, and they struggle to get companies to do their part. So kudos on everybody at KW. Here's some fun slides of the last couple of months. Did you guys make the same thing? Did you make the April special? That's what we're calling it.
We did. Yeah, we did.
The April special in January and February. Okay, maybe we'll do some show you chicken or something different. I got a good recipe for that. Okay. Okay, as Colette will be here, she's going to teach a lot of classes throughout the week. But on Friday, so next Friday, 3 to 4, via Zoom, I'm assuming they'll be here in Kahului also?
Yeah.
Okay. So they'll be in Kahului tax, hacks, and cost segregation with Todd, Hudson, Sasha, Murphy, and Colette Chick. So come to that or log on to Zoom. Please try to register for that as, once again, handouts and maybe food at that. I don't know. It's kind of late in the day. Maybe we'll get Colette to buy us some food. I really hope she's not watching this. Okay.
It'd be so perfect if she just chimed in right now.
I know, right?
Actually, margaritas.
Margaritas for sure, yeah. Okay, Monday, March 25th. Dan Palomino from the Big Island. He's the team leader for the Big Island office. He will be here, right? Yep. In person, live, right following the huddle. Dan does a lot of business on the Big Island through these techniques. So if you have any inkling on it, come stop by. It's an hour and a half. And learn from Dan, the man, Palomino.
This is a great class, by the way. He's offered it a few times over the years, so this is your chance. This is really good.
Teresa said this is really good. She's been to it, and she's learned a lot from it. So we will remind you next week. Yeah. And the week after. And every day in between that. Yeah. Okay, Mega Camp's coming up. We do have a video, so if you're interested in Mega Camp, this is what it's about.
Mega Camp. Wow. You have got to understand the truth about real estate. This is a simple freaking business if you let it be. Do the work, it will happen.
August 15th or 12th through 14th in Austin. It's always in Austin, Texas. It's kind of a mini family reunion, basically. It is. So if you miss family reunion, you can go to Mega Camp in Austin. I'm not sure who's going yet, but we will find out as that date approaches.
I'm going.
Teresa's going? Oh, good. I don't know if I'm going. Gotta ask the boss. Okay. Fairway office floor duty schedule. If you are interested in doing floor duty at the Fairway office, please click that code right there. QR code will send a message to us that you are interested. We are going to assign people to those spots. It'll be a Google shared calendar. And we are going to assign the spots, and you can easily trade with people in that. We're going to have a little video or class or something once we get everybody finalized on that. When is the end date for that?
By this week, so we can have it prepared for April.
Okay, so we got to get it done by this week if you're interested, so we can make the schedule for April. We want to try to get that out 2 weeks ahead of the month, so that you have plenty of time to switch around and put it in your calendars and things like that, okay? There'll be 3 shifts a day. You'll be randomly selected into that shift. If it doesn't work for you, you can trade with somebody else. There's quite a list of people, so everybody will get probably a couple days a week, depending on how many people we have, of course. Please, if you sign up for that, be well-versed in the West Side condos, homes for sale, right? Things that are going on out there. Sensitivity. Okay. I'm just having fun on the screen there. Okay. We do offer some open house signs for the new gang. We do encourage you to get your own signs, though. This is just for the new gang that is just starting out, that doesn't have the budget for signs yet. We are asking that if you do sign them out, return them in 5 days, because there are other people that want signs also. I think we have, what, 5 to 6 signs? And so we're asking that you check out 2 signs, right? You can also buy cheaper signs at like Home Depot, just the ones that say open house, right? Then these can go, on the main street or in front of the unit or things like that. So you don't have to buy all expensive signs, but we encourage you to buy your own signs. Code of Ethics training. So members who have taken the Code of Ethics training on or after January 1st, 2022, are required to do so by November 30th, 2024. Okay. Existing Realtor members must complete 2.5 hours of ethics training, meeting specific learning objectives and criteria within the 3-year cycle. They keep moving this thing around, right? It's 2 years, it's 4 years, 3 years. So now we're at the 3-year. So this applies to most of you. They are offering classes through RAM. They offer classes through NAR, I believe also. They're all over the place. So make sure you take this, because you will not renew just with 20 hours of CE. This is in addition to, okay? I think most of these are free, if I'm not mistaken, right? I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember either. But I'm thinking that these might be free, so. Oh, wait. Existing members may also take free online course. There, into your NAR account. So you can take it online for free. Make sure you do that. Like I said, once again, they will not renew you if you have not taken this with your 20 hours. Sorry, your 21 hours of CE, because we don't know how to count at the state level. All right, moving on. Don't forget, it is a continuing education year. Some of you or most of you maybe have taken Core A already. Core B we're working on right now. So that will come out probably in late January, August, because we have to wait till the legislative sessions ends in about May. We have to wait for the governor's veto timeframe, which is in about July. And then once that passes, we'll put all the new laws that have passed in that update with the new Core B. Okay. You can take Core A and Core B this year, right? It's not year specific. And then you have your 14 hours of elective, right? You're going to end up with 21 hours. That's the way it is. Be cautious if you go onto the site, which I think is the next slide. and you check your CE. If it says you're all done and you know you're not all done, you're not all done. There was a glitch in the system. It came out in the bulletin that you all received. So if it did, take the courses and they'll update that. I don't know if they unglitched that thing yet or not. But anyway, you can go to your My PVL, click on your account, and it'll show if you've taken one. Another word of caution, after you've taken a CE, in a couple of days, check and make sure it got posted, right? Sometimes the instructor forget or they chose the wrong name. Dr. Jim.
Last one I took 2 weeks to get posted.
Yeah. So remind them, right? Don't wait till the last minute.
I download the certificate and then watch for them to post, because if they don't, you can upload the certificate.
That's a good idea too. Download the certificate so you have the proof, right? You don't want to be caught at the end and they go, oh, you're missing 3 hours that you knew you took. Okay, check that out. You have until about October to do it, so don't wait that long. I like to wait that long, but it's not recommended.
It's not recommended.
Not recommended at all. I spent a whole day in my office going through the thing. Gets you crazy. Do it early. This is where I'll take you. RECE, that's your real estate continuing education. You click on that, and it'll bring you to your CE status. As you can see, they're required, right? And then it has the earned side. These are the classes that you've taken previously and have just taken, right? You can't repeat certain ones, which I think we have a slide on that. Oh, we don't have a slide on that. Where was the slide on there? Anyway, you can't repeat certain classes, right? Over the last
4 years.
4 years. So instructors are supposed to not allow you to take it, but sometimes they don't check, right? Okay, Broker's Corner. The section D addenda. Common mistakes in this. This one's pretty self-explanatory, right, everybody? If you have an addenda, you mark it here. The biggest one I ask everybody is, what year was it built? Why do I ask that?
It's lead-based paint.
Lead-based paint disclosure, right? So make sure you check on that. Mitch's agents, he requires them to give them the tax printout because it says it right on there what year it was built. So we don't have to ask, right? Some of you guys say, I ask you because I look at the address and I go, hey, that thing looks like it's an old address. So it'd be very helpful if everybody sent the tax sheet with their offers so that we don't have to ask you a lot of questions. Another one that I've seen recently is the residential leasehold property, right? Disclosure is not X if it is a leasehold property. What else is a good one? As is usually always X by everybody. And then the dual agency, of course, right? If it is a dual agency situation. Anyway, remember to add, when you X one of those, you got to add the form too, right? With your offer. Remember that the lead-based paint, if you're representing a buyer, is not filled out, right? You can fill out that you gave them the booklet, you can have them initial that part, and then the seller signs first, then the buyer signs, right? Federal form, the EPA does come around and check. So we don't want to be the ones that are caught not doing that. Okay, moving on. Code of ethics. This is kind of not on a code of ethics, but I want to give everybody some homework. Easy homework, fun homework that will fulfill your real estate life. If you go to YouTube and you type in rethink the buyer's compensation conversation, it'll be a screen that looks similar to this. This is about halfway down the video, so it's about an hour and some odd minutes.
The buyer's consultation.
Compensation agreement, which is your buyer's agreement, right? This course was just taught through HAR, not course, but it was course. Okay. It's worth the watch. Our industry is changing big time on buyer's compensation. Big time, right? The DOJ, the Department of Justice, is looking into this, the way we do business. And they're going to change it, whether we like it or not, sooner or later, right? All those lawsuits that happen are making this change. If you are not using a buyer's representation agreement, everybody, you might as well not expect to get paid. It's plain and simple these days, right? Back in the day, we didn't have to do it. We believed in it or not believed in it, whatever. Nowadays, got to do it. It's part of your conversation, right? That video that I just told you about will teach you how to talk about it. Marion and I were going to have classes on it. We're going to do separate classes on it so we can cover everybody on this thing. Okay, this is how big a deal it is. And we got to get those things signed. Teresa.
KW has value squared out. There's still time to register. You'll get it in your email if you haven't already looked for it. It's the Gary Keller email. And so the next class is March 26th. Really good. Really good.
What's it about?
How to convey your value for your buyers or for your buyer's rep.
It's a value proposition, right? And that's what they're stressing now, like you would if you went in to go get a listing. You're doing the same thing, but on the buyer side. You guys all know how to do that, right? You all know how to do value proposition. You just got to write it down and have them sign the buyer's rep, right? There's a question. What is the recommended suggested co-op percentage for buyers to cover if none from the seller? Well, our company charges 6%, so you want to get 3%. Be my line, but Marion.
Our template, we have a template for the buyer broker agreement in our forms. You can pull the template. It is filled out to say 2.5% or as per the MLS. So as long as the MLS offers a compensation, that's what the agreement agrees to. Otherwise, 2.5%.
Now that brings up a good point, and I think Steve's question is if it doesn't say that, right?
Yes, exactly, because that's the biggest thing when you're talking about getting paid. That's the biggest line that we got to worry about.
Right.
Otherwise, it doesn't matter.
And we haven't really seen it on Maui yet, but on Oahu, they're seeing it where the compensation is 0. And they've been successful so far, 100% of the time, asking the other brokerage, well, we need to get paid. Here's our co-op. And they sign it and send it back. So just because it says 0 doesn't mean they're paying 0. You need to ask for it now. And that seems to be the trend on the wall, that people are putting 0 and now the buyer's rep has to ask for it. Okay. So don't get freaked out. If you see a 0, we will help you asking for that amount. Right. I don't know. It's a new trend. So we'll see what happens there. News in KW, big news in KW. Mark King is no longer president, from what I heard.
What?
Yeah, Bob Willis is taking over as president. I don't know the scuttlebutt. I don't know if it's controversial or not, controversy or not.
It's not. I was on it's not. I was on the call this morning.
Oh, hey Lisa, what do you know? What do you know what's the good gossip in KW Global News? Lisa,
so, hey guys. So Mark King, he basically stepped back. As he's still involved in Keller Williams. He's going to actually help run the team leaders community with Jen Lewis, and he's going to do some other things with KWRI. Mark Willis will be the president. And it's not controversial. He spent the last 5 years running really hard with the company, with all of the stuff that happened with the industry and the market shifts and the lawsuit. And it's taken a lot, and he's put the business first, and he wants to live the mission, vision, values of the company and spend some more time with his family and just take a step back. So there's nothing negative or controversial. It's just you know, he's spent a lot of time in the last 5 years with the business being first. So
Yeah, and
that's what they talked about today.
That's really good news because Mark King is, a lot of you have met him, is an awesome dude, right? And super awesome for the company. He did a lot for our company. I can believe it, right? You get 5 years in, you're like, holy cow, I'm done with this, right? I'm glad he's still part of the leadership though, because
Yeah.
he still has huge value to our company. And
he's been in so many roles with the company, all in leadership, all really at the highest level for over 20 years. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. He's awesome.
Good.
He'll still be
Good to hear.
around as a leader.
And Mark Willis is taking over, right? You said
Yeah, which he was in that role, you know, years ago before. So he's basically stepping back in.
And some of you may have seen Mark Willis at Family Reunion.
Yep.
So fun fact on Mark King, he started as an agent and he climbed his way up. That is what KW can do, from agent to president. Pretty impressive, 5 years. Something to think about.
Something to think about.
Your career.
Something to think about. Yeah, that's the nice thing about our company, that you can actually grow from within and get all the way up to the top if you want.
I don't know. I think Colette's in line if she wants to be president, maybe in the next 5 years. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to see. All right. Okay, let's move on. Thank you for those deets, Lisa. I knew you had the inside scoop. Okay, this Telephones Consumer Protection Act, right? If you went to Family Reunion, you saw this every single class they had. This is how it started with this slide. This is how big a deal it is that they're telling you that they're not responsible anymore. KW already paid out $40 million, took the hit for all of us, and that was it. Now they're saying if you violate this, this is on you, not on them. Okay? This means no robocalling, right? If you're robocalling, you better scan that list. If you're calling anybody you don't know, look for the do not call list first. Make sure they're not on it, right? Remember that if they are on it by accident, right? You could have looked at the list yesterday, put themselves on today, right? You call them tonight. I'm very sorry, I didn't realize that. Hang up. Don't try to keep them on the phone and be like, well, but wait, I know you want to sell your house, right? And all this stuff. They're telling you, I don't want to talk to you, by saying I'm not on do not call list. Apologize, hang up as soon as you can, right? It's a better defense than saying, well, I'm the greatest salesman. There was actually a meme out there somewhere, a TikTok or what do you call it? Instagram video about this guy that did it, and he wouldn't stop. It's cringeworthy for sure. Okay, so remember that. Big violations. You know, this 500 to 1,500 is small. These guys are getting $35,000 million settlements, right, on this stuff. All right.
By the way, I have an MLS update. I'm not sure they put the slide in.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Marion's going to talk about MLS update.
Woo! All right, everybody. All right, so the update for today, a couple of things. Number one, there is a new rule that the board just passed, so you're hearing about it here first, that the first picture for any property must be of the property or taken from the property. On a condo, that means you could take the picture from anywhere on the condo complex, because that's all part of part of the common elements. So no lead picture of the beach if you didn't take the picture from the property, right? So that's the biggest violation. We're like kind of tired of seeing that. The condo sign is totally fine, right? You're probably standing on the street, but it's of the property. So that's that one. The second one that is important is the most fines that agents get is for not saying a property is a condominium property regime in the public remarks. You must put a condo, a residential condo, and state it that it is in the public remarks. And it really is helpful not to just say CPR, because the consumer is like, what is the CPR, right? And it also helps to say this is unit A or B, and then say, what does that mean? It means that you can build the Ohana or the smaller unit, or it means you can build the main house, right? So be gracious. But if it's not mentioned in public remarks, you will get fined. And we issue at least 5 to 7 fines a month on that violation. So I thought I'd share that with you. And the last thing I wanted to share is the MLS committee is looking to make changes to the MLS as well as the MLS input form. And I would love anybody's input. What bugs you about the MLS? So my email, marian.haller@gmail.com. And let me know something that bugs you or something that bugs you about the input process, right? Anything, we will consider it. So shoot me an email.
Mary, I have a question.
A question.
What about a drone photo?
No, a drone photo is not, oh, you mean of the property? It's of the property. You know, we're going to have to ask that question. It is of the property, right? So it follows that guideline. So as long as it's of the property, right, that would be okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Marian, for sitting on that committee too, because that one's it's a gnarly committee. Yeah. Gnarly committee dealing with everybody's fines and trying to change rules and make them more member friendly. Who reads their Thursday things? Read your Thursday things, because what Marian mentioned is in the Thursday things, right? Vincent has a corner in there that talks about the MLS changes. Both of those were in that this month. Lots of good stuff in there about what's happening in your association, about rules, things that are coming down like the insurance thing. Please read the Thursday things. It'll take you 5 minutes to read it. It's very bullet pointy, and you can click on the articles that you want to read further on. So please do that every week. If you're not getting them, it's either going to your spam or you probably unsubscribe. So you can easily resubscribe. Just send an email message to RAM and they'll put you back on the list. No shame, no foul, no nothing. Okay, before we end, are there any listings that we want to talk about?
I got one, Keone Ball.
Yes.
Kihei Bay Vista. It's coming.
Was that you?
What's that?
Was that Steve Landine?
Oh, thank you, sir. Kihei Bay Vista, not Maui Vista, not Kihei Bay Surf, but Kihei Bay Vista, B202. Going live on Wednesday, short-term vacation rental, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 725K is what it's going to be. It's nicely remodeled, upgraded appliances, furnished, all that's included. We go live Wednesday, open houses this weekend. It's on the 2nd floor. It's one of the few that has a storage loft that has, I guess, been grandfathered, it sounds like. Anyways, can't be used for sleeping or living. I'm putting the pictures in the chat. Check it out. I'm going to remove the storage loft pictures that shows a bed up there. So that'll be gone shortly. Yeah, hit me up. We'll see go live Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Hey, Keone, can I make an announcement that I would like to sit open houses if they're available by anybody? And this is Steve Bond. My phone number I put in the chat, but it's 808-722-5958. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
You have an opportunity.
Come to the front, Nicole. Give us your opportunity.
Nicole. So, as my work for Steve, we have an open house opportunity tomorrow from 10 to 3, Royal Kahana. Unit 403 is the best price studio that is speed and simple on the west side, short-term rental. We do have figures and we do have performa. So if that's something that anybody would like to do, please reach out to me. And let's get it sold.
All right.
Yay!
Ruby, is your hand up?
Yeah, Marian and I have a new listing for 1.9 acres of land with a sub-water meter in consider Haiku, but it's actually between Kokomo and Pu'u, Malaya. So it's only 10 minutes from Makawao. Yeah.
That vacant land, you said?
Vacant land, but the person whom I sold it to 4 years ago, he has put a structure, and also he started a farm with animal, with fruits, with a lot, with the outdoor bathroom and shower and that.
Okay. Anyone else? How much was that?
It's gonna be listed for 798. I think under 798, 800, something like that. Under 800,000.
I help.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so Ruby and I are doing this together. Awesome. It's a gorgeous, sweet piece of land, almost 2 full acres. It is the main house section of a CPR. And he's put this adorable farm. That's what they bought it for, is to farm it, right? With lots of animals. There's piglets, and there must be 30 chickens, and there's goats, and there's a deer, and there's all sorts of sweet animals with an adorable farm yard. Lots of room left to build the main house, distant ocean views. It's very sweet. Come and look at it, check it out. It should go on the MLS in the next day or so.
So it's already CPR then?
It is already CPR.
Okay, that answers that question. Can anyone recommend a home warranty company? I don't really use them out here because they mostly are junk, right? As far as
now, in my understanding, when you use a home warranty company, don't use them on every single one of your properties. They're less likely to insure it.
Oh, okay.
That's preferred from a warranty company.
Okay. Does anybody have a recommendation?
Fidelity has a new home warranty division for
Fidelity National Title.
Fidelity
Okay.
National Title.
Fidelity, Nancy. Can give them a
Thank
call.
you. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Anyone else have a listing they want to hustle to?
I do. I mean, I've shared them before. All of a sudden, Nihiku has popped all over the place. One in particular is 800 Hana Highway, Hana Harvest. It has been a functioning cafe. They have a commercial kitchen, food truck that suffices for their commercial kitchen for the cafe. Right now, it's a VRBO. Of course, that won't transfer. It's on an acre for 1.4 million. I think it would be a great opportunity for maybe somebody on the west side that might have their insurance money and looking to get out of the west side and come to the rainy part of Maui and create a business. They have all their P&Ls. They've done a successful business over the past years, quite substantially. And I think if I was 20 years younger, I would jump all over it. What's that?
No, nothing. All right. Thanks, Joyce.
Keone, I've got an announcement, not a listing.
All right, Jonathan.
We as a culture committee are putting together our second KW bowling night. So I just wanted to give a heads up. And what I'm going to do this time is I'd like to get signups because it's important to know how many people are committed in terms of cost and lanes and reserving it. And there's a possibility we might actually invite another brokerage to join us. So it would be KW versus another brokerage. So if you like to bowl or have fun, it's right in Wailuku. It'll probably be one evening, either end of the month or early April. And I'll get a sign up set up. So I just wanted to give a heads up.
I heard Colette Ching is an excellent bowler.
Perfect. Perfect.
I don't know that. Thank you. Anyone else? Listing or announcement? All right. If not, thank everybody for attending. Go forth and do great things and see you next week, if not before. Don't forget noon today with the Big Y. Bye.
Thank you.